Kלים Perek Lamed, Mishnah Gimel. Kois shenifgam ruboy tahor. A glass. And it's chipped, it's broken. How much has to be chipped? What part of the glass has to be broken to say that this glass is now a sheva kli? So the Tanna Kama says, shenifgam ruboy tahor. This seems to be a din agreed by everybody. Many ways of knowing this Mishnah. The simple way is to say that if you take the edge, the top rim, if the majority of that rim is chipped, it's actually, in other words, 51% is actually chipped and eroded and broken. You can only drink from 49%. Then that's called a sheva kli and it's tahor. Similarly, nifgam boy sholosh beruboy tahor. Even if you haven't got one big crack along 51% of the rim, you've actually got 3 separate cracks, chips, but they are placed so that they cover more than 51% of the kli. In other words, you don't have a situation where all 3 chips are in the same semicircle of the rim. They're spread along 51% of the rim. Then that's also tahor. Shimon adds, Shimon imefazer es hu es roiv hamayim tahor. There's a machlokes in the Rishonim how to learn this. The simple way to say is Shimon actually is adding a din. He's saying, I agree with the Tanna Kama, but I'm saying there's another way a glass can be broken. If it has one long chip, one long crack down the glass, and that crack will ensure that the majority of the contents of the glass would leak and spill, that's also a tahara. That's also called a sheva kli. Mishnah carries on, Nikev. The glass has a hole in it. Now we haven't got actually a rule as to what sort of size hole, or where the hole should be, actually renders the glass a sheva kli. It seems that, certainly with the view of Rabbi Shimon, that if the hole is it's in the bottom half of the kli, so that now roiv of the contents of the kli would spill, would leak out through the hole, then that's a hole that would render the kli tahor. Now we're trying to patch up this kli, trying to mend it. Va'asor, you're mending it. Says the Mishnah, bein bebatz, bein bezefes tahor. Whether you mend it with molten tin, batz is tin, or whether you put a little bit of pitch or tar on it, tahor, it just doesn't do the job. It's difficult to mend glass that way. It's actually not a sesima. One day it'll melt, it'll come off. So it's just not a repair, and the glass remains tahor. Rabbi Yossi says, no, it depends on the material. But Bart's Tomei, if you use molten tin, that's a better type of repair than the Zephyrs, and therefore in the case of Bart's Tomei, and with Zephyrs, I agree, if you repair the hole with Zephyrs, with pitch, tahor is tahor because that's not good enough. There's a sugya here called Hakol Holech Achamamid, and it's a very big sugya, and it would seem that according to Rabbi Yossi, who says that if you repair it with tin, it becomes Tomei, then under the rule, if you hold Hakol Holech Achar Mamid, then this glass kli would actually get the din of the mamid of the little piece of tin that you used to repair the kli. And now the kli would change status from being a glass kli to being a metal kli, a kli made out of tin, and therefore it would be tomei l'chumra with all the dinim of matches midaraisa according to Rabbi Yossi. And guess what? We're coming up now, Mitzvah Shem, to the last Mishnah in Mesechta Kelim. Mishnah Dalet next.